Thanks so much for talking to me. So my name is Stella Oneko and I'm from DW. Am I speaking to Robert Chagulani?
That's right.
Okay, how are you? What is your situation at the moment?
Well, I am in hiding, following a raid at my house by the military, commanded by the Chief of Defense Forces, Muhoozi Rugaba, who happens to be Museveni's son, the guy that I ran against in last week's election, and strongly believe we beat him. But, because there's lawlessness, because the ruling family does what they want, now we got information that they were coming to harm me, and the father went ahead to confirm it, that they were looking for me to harm me, and I had no option but to disappear because I could not get safety from anywhere, not any institution in Uganda.
And have you heard from your family? How's your family doing?
I've heard from my family. My family are there. Of course, they are not safe. They are surrounded. My wife and my family are under house arrest. Nobody's allowed to get out of the house. Nobody's allowed to come in. They are short of food supplies, but the food supplies that have been delivered to them have been rejected by the army that is there. And that's the situation.
We heard that in another interview you gave that you are not that you're not going to try and legally fight against these election results. Why is that?
We don't trust the courts in Uganda. The courts in Uganda are all serving the system. They're all serving the regime. Just today, as we speak, a new Chief Justice has just been appointed by Museveni. Today, now he's appointing a new Chief Justice to adjudicate a case where he is petitioned against. And the courts in Uganda have been part of the decay for a long time, to the extent that the recent election of 2021, the Chief Justice demonstrated bias, but also even a few times when the courts in Uganda have ordered for reforms, electoral reforms, the military regime has always flatly rejected them. So we see no hope and we have no confidence in the court system. Our confidence is in the people of Uganda, and we've called upon the people of Uganda to defy the regime, to practice all manner of protests, including civil disobedience, for as long as it's non-violent and it's legal.
I know you can probably not reveal any of your plans because it might not be safe for you.
Well, but we made it very clear throughout our campaigns that we are handing over responsibility to every Ugandan. When I was campaigning, I told the people of Uganda not to hold my placard or my portrait, but to hold the national flag, so that each one of us has an equal responsibility in the liberation of this country.
Okay, so it's basically up to the people of Uganda, but right now, from what we were also there covering elections, and from what we've seen, there's quite heavy security everywhere. So it is also a lot to ask from people of Uganda, right? To go out and hold the flag.
Absolutely. It is so much in Uganda to ask a Ugandan to hold the national flag proudly. That should be shocking to the free world. It should be shocking to see that it is dangerous for a citizen of Uganda to hold a national flag. You've seen the military and police arresting people and beating them up for having a national flag. Unfortunately, the situation where we are calls for so much. We have to give so much.
And your personal situation, you are in hiding. Do you plan to stay in hiding indefinitely, or?
No. I'm not going to stay in hiding. I'll come out when I decide. I stayed in hiding because if I stayed at my place, I would not be able to do this interview. The internet at my house is jammed and the network is cut off. My wife can only make maybe up to a few calls a day, painstakingly. So I'm out of my home in order to be able to speak to the world and to give guidance where I can give guidance, and also to defy the illegal house arrest to show the regime in Uganda that I can beat them at their game and run away from them, even when they deploy hundreds of military and police officers around my home, but also to show Museveni's son that I am not under his orders. He cannot order me to show up in 2 days, and I will. No, I've not surrendered myself to him, and I will not.
Baba akalulu ne beewaŋŋamya ku bukulu basse bamenya amagulu balyolyomye batemudde basibye ne tebalina ssanyu y'ensonga lwaki n'okujaganya tebasobola kujaganya tebeebaka tebalya tebamira si basanyufu lwa muntu omu Bobi Wine Kyagulanyi Ssentamu ka Bobi boke bayita ka Bobi kabalemesezza okwebaka yonna gy'oli oli kya muwendo baagala bakumalemu amaanyi oveeyo bakukwate basobole okujaganya tebasobola kulya pate nga tonnaba kulabika tebasobola kwebaka nga tonnaba kulabika tebasobola kumira tebasobola kuva mu nsi kutambula kugenda nga tonnaba kulabika batya n'okulinnya presidential jets balinnya z'aba passengers lwa kigambo kimu ka Bobi kale kakafuuke ka Bobi nefe nga tulaba gu Bobi ebijja by'abafu bikyali bibisi amagwa ku mutima gakyali mabisi amakomera gajjudde emirambo egitannamanyikako wawe giri nagyo mingi neera tebannaba kukkuta lwa kigambo kimu ka Bobi omuntu ne bamukuba amasasi 13 ku 15 ku 18 nga n'ebiwundu bikyamusiiwa tebinnawona bikyavulula omusaayi n'ayimirira mu kamera y'eggwanga n'agamba nti talabanga ku masasi talabanga ku gavumenti ereese mirembe era ndamuddamu n'ayimirira mu maaso gammwe nammwe ne mumutunuulira ne mukwata mu ndyanga zammwe ne mujjayo ekigulira magala eddiba mumubeezeewo ab'amaganduula ng'olina ne koola ng'abantu banyigirizibwa nga battibwa nga tewali bwogerero n'ogamba nti tulina emirembe beebale kutuwa mukisa kusinza na kusaba ddala tulina emirembe ddala waliwo okusinza waliwo eddembe ly'okusinza tusinza ki okyasobola okuyimirira mu maaso g'abantu n'obulira ekigambo kya Katonda ddala okyali muntu wa Katonda kiruma kinyiga kinyiza kikaabya tuva tusigala nga tugamba nti protest vote Bobi tovaayo Bobi tovaayo kale kabatuvume tovaayo kale kabatukole ki kabatunoonye kabatutte kabakole kyonna kyonna kye baagala tovaayo okutuuka ng'ofunye pulaani entuufu tovaayo kulwa Katonda n'ensi yange